good morning, good afternoon, good evening, GM, from whatever time you may be. And I am back with our first episode. Hooray! Today I said it, hooray. Pardon me. I remain your faithful guy, your Web3 guy. I am Casten. I am a Nigerian. I've already done the introductory video, right? But you can follow me up on Twitter at Casten.Artzz if you want to know more about me. I'm friendly and I am a cheerful giver. But let's forget about that. Moving over to the topic of discussion for today. But before we start the topic of discussion, I think we have some news to cover. So, meanwhile, I'll be doing it as according to the news first, then the topic of the day, followed by the latest gist and airdrop related to airdrop. So, um, talking about our news, here are the top stories that you might have actually missed one way or the other. The first one we have FTX files motion to exclude its Dubai unit from bankruptcy proceedings. Who doesn't know FTX? FTX was owned, or I think it's still owned. I think was owned by some Bankman-Fried. So I think there was some issues with users for mismanagement and some other things like that. So they ran bankrupt. I think their major token, which was FTT, also had a massive downfall. I think it went minus 100% or so or thereabouts. So moving on to the next one, we have Upbeat Exchange overtakes Coinbase and OKX in trading volume. Hmm. Upbeat Exchange overtakes Coinbase and OKX. What? Wait. Who is Upbeat Exchange? I don't even actually really know Upbeat Exchange, but I'm very sure it's a powerful exchange. For an exchange to be able to overtake Coinbase and OKX in trading volume, that must be massive. So the next one we have how will Bitcoin halving affects the BTC price. I think a lot of people have been waiting for this halving. I think recently we had the Litecoin halving, and that was massive. I think they were able to like reduce the blocks from 12.5 to around 6 point something. So how the Bitcoin halving affects the BTC price? I'm hoping it improves the price, not affect it. So moving over to the next one, we have Coinbase to file orders seeking the dismissal of the SEC lawsuit. The SEC is also known as the SEC. So Coinbase is looking forward to file the order to seeking the dismissal of their lawsuit. I think the SEC was initially suing them for misuse of users' funds or money laundering. So they are looking forward to dismissing the lawsuit because there's actually no proof from the SEC. So moving over to our last top story is MicroStrategy to stay on Bitcoin course even if the spot ETFs are approved. So I'm very sure you should know what spot ETFs are. And just that for our top stories. I even see, as you can see, as I'm even reading it, it sounded funny, right? Okay, moving over to our news for discussion. User set static warning was the first alarm, then the project launched. I think early in the year 2022, there was a project that launched, and Static actually warned about this project that it was going to rock pull. And at the end of the day, the project pulled the rug, the plug. So, due to the fact that the project pulled the plug, that was how Static actually started and being one of the number one best security firm out there for cryptocurrencies and for the blockchain. So the work that Static does is that it acts as a means of KYC. So it proofreads your project or your blockchain to show whether if your blockchain actually has some flaws or some errors or things like that. You understand what I mean by errors or flaws? It helps you and it helps show us what is whether this project is the right one to go for or it's not the right one to go for. So uh moving over to our next news. The Cove hacker behind the $61 million heist begins returning of funds. Hmm. The core finance was recently exploited for over $61 million by some unknown hacker, but I think recently they've been in contact with the white hacker, and he has agreed to return some of the users' funds. I'm just hoping we actually see some changes in the crypto world, because recently I've actually noticed that most of these hackers, some of the projects have been in contact with them and they have been able to strike a balance. So, and what I mean by strike a balance, so they actually have to return the users' funds, and in return they have been rewarded or given some percentage or rewarded on their own allocation. Moving over to our next news. Elon Musk opens up about why he rebranded Twitter as X. I'm very sure everyone is surprised. Why was Twitter rebranded as X? Why is X? What is behind X? Why did Elon Musk change everything to X? I also am surprised because why am I just seeing X, X, X everywhere? but he said that the allure of an everything app is undeniable, but can Elon Musk break the spell of single service apps in the US? From WeChat to KakaoTalk, Asia has embraced super apps for years. So, if you notice, I think I recently saw an article saying that some of these apps have been able to implement the black. Like, how do I put it? I would be showing you. You can actually see it on the screen right now. Something the black blended background behind their apps. Just like the way we have the X in the middle, then we have black around it. Same as Uber, the same as SoundCloud and some other apps like that. I don't know what they're trying to like pull, but I actually know and I hope it's something for the better. And I actually love black apps. So I don't actually mean it in another way. Like when I mean like apps that actually have the black in the background. It actually really looks cool, just like the way we have the X app. So moving over to the next news that I really know you would love to hear, because I'm very sure a lot of users were able to partake in this segment. So it says the WorldCoins hub adds serious security vulnerability in operator onboarding, says Cetic. Hmm. The WorldCoins hub adds serious security vulnerability. Well, I think I actually saw this news earlier, and I must say there are some vulnerabilities behind the WorldCoin. If you ask me what's the WorldCoin was said to have been, I think they were said to have been a data farm that actually helps to scan your eyes and keeps the data. So all you just have to do is just scan your eyes. The orb is just like a circular. You can actually see it on the screen right now. It's a circular, like a ball. So you actually get to like use it to scan your eyes. So after scanning your eyes, it retains the data and keeps in your data, just like as if you're keeping your data just with the use of scanning your eyes. So that's what the WorldCoin decided to do, and they decided to reward every user with 25 WorldCoin. So that was, I think, an airdrop they tried, but it is said that the smart contracts auditor found that operator verification could have let operators into the system without even verifying an ID or being a company. So I think they've been battling with this with the SETIC and other security regulatory bodies. I just hope they are not hacked or exploited of users' data. So, moving over to the last news on today's segment, JPEG confirms the return of 5,595 Ethereum from the Curve hacker. So, remember when I mentioned that the Curve finance was exploited of $61 million? So, I think recently the one of the bodies under the Curve finance, that's JPEG, confirms the return of 5,495 Ethereum from the white hacker. I think this was earlier posted by Zach XBT. Zach XBT is one of the prominent people that actually helps in tracing rug pulls, hacks, and some other things like that you might want to think about. So, and that's for that on today's news. Moving over to our topic for today. Our topic is unraveling the mysteries in cryptocurrency. As you can see on the screen and on the cover photo, unraveling the mystery behind cryptocurrency or in cryptocurrency. In that word, we actually have three words. We have unraveling, we have mystery, and we have cryptocurrency. Now, when you're talking about unraveling, what comes to your mind? Well, what comes to my mind is when you're unraveling, you're actually unwrapping something, right? That's right. So, and what comes to your mind when you're talking about mysteries? I mean, something hidden, something wanting to know, like something you are wanting to know. You understand? When I mean by wanting to know, like, okay, what's the mystery behind this podcast? Well, the only mystery behind this podcast is for education, right? But it's no more a mystery once it's actually known. But there are some mysteries that are yet to be discovered in cryptocurrency. Now, so cryptocurrency. What is cryptocurrency? If I would like to give you the definition by Google. So the definition from Google is that cryptocurrency is a digital representation of value, and it has transformed the way we perceive and interact with money. So it's a digital representation, meaning by it's um, a digital asset, a digital token, a digital I think everything digital that is representing a value or money. So a digital representation of money. You understand what I mean by like a digital representation of money. Now, if we're talking about cryptocurrency, we're talking about a particular coin that originated cryptocurrency. And if we're gonna retrace this, I think this was early in the year 2009. So we started this. I'm very sure if you are in cryptocurrency, you must have heard about Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Well, this was just a regular guy that decided to invent something spontaneous, something incredible. Let me put it that way. Something very, very incredible. So, Satoshi Nakamoto was the inventor of Bitcoin. So he was the one that originally started the history of cryptocurrency. When you're talking about Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin? I'm very sure you might have heard Bitcoin from here or there or numerous places, but I would give you the definition of Bitcoin from Google and my own definition of Bitcoin. Bitcoin history began with its invention and implementation by Satoshi, whatever, whatever. I said whatever, whatever, whatever. You know the name Satoshi Nakamoto. I will leave it whatever, whatever. Is it possible to call one of the biggest time people whatever whatever? Don't try to. His name is okay. You can also call him Satoshi in short. So, by implementation of Satoshi, he integrated many exciting or existing ideas from the cryptography community. I think cryptography community was one of the early medium of exchange. So, uh, talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is also a means of payment. So it's a means of payment in the sense that it's a digital means of payment that was invented by Satoshi. So when he invented this, he actually created this for a digital means of payment. Let me say, for instance, now we have our naira, dollar, pounds, euros, and other things like that. Those were primary then. So you actually exchange it by hand, by transportation and things like that. But he invented this to transfer it digitally. Remember, in the year 2009, I think there were already computers then. So we had the supercomputers and other things like that. So he invented this to be able to transfer money digitally. So Bitcoin was originated in the year 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto, and he started the history of cryptocurrency. That is how we have the history of cryptocurrency. Now, um, moving over to our next point around our topic, which is unraveling the mysteries of cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency, as we know, if we navigate this landscape, we encounter the technology underlying cryptocurrencies blockchain, which is this centralized and transparent ledger system, has revolutionized the various industries beyond finance. But its inner workings and scalability challenges continue to mystify many. Why won't it mystify you? There's a lot of hidden mysteries behind this stuff. Like, why wouldn't you remain like? I will be shocked. For instance, I started cryptocurrency in the year 2018 when I was done in my, I think when I was done with my secondary school. So I just sat down. I think I started off with airdrops. So I was an hunter of airdrops then. I was introduced to this Telegram bot. Then I started. From there, you can have me as the way you have me right now. So I started from there. Those were my early stages of cryptocurrency. But if we're furthering more into the topic, the mysteries behind cryptocurrency. The allure of immense wealth through rapid price fluctuations in the crypto market has drawn both investors and skeptics. The psychology behind this market dynamics and the factors that contribute to extreme volatility remain subject of intense speculation. Remember, they mentioned the word speculation. Hmm. And I also mentioned furthermore the allure of immense wealth. Some people actually think they actually thought when cryptocurrency started that it was just a means of speculation that okay, it's not something real, it's not something. How is this real? How can you make 1 million in a day just from an investment of $100? How did that happen? So I think this actually brought the mindset of investors and some other people to come together that okay, yo, how can we invest in this? How can we make money from this? How do we get to know more about this? So while they were doing this, they were unraveling the mysteries behind cryptocurrency. How are they able to make a lot of money just like the way other people are making money? So that is it. That is one of the major mysteries. So why these people came together, they were able to come together and they are now one of the main investors. That's why you have the investor. We are talking about people in the crypto market. We have the investors, we have the paper hand, we have the gold hand, and some other hands like that. They are called slangs. They are living that. Talking about the main mysteries in cryptocurrency. According to me, the main mysteries we have is I think the first one is education, and the second one is gain. So when you're talking about education, the education is in the aspect that it can either be you actually making your research about a certain cryptocurrency, or you actually bought a crypto coin and at the end of the day you rocked or you lose your funds. So you are gaining education from that. You understand? So you are learning from your mistakes, and it's as you are learning, it's a means of education. So next time you want to make the same mistake you made. Now, as for the gaining aspects for the mystery, the gaining can be in different ways. It can be in numerous ways. That's why I see mystery. It can be that, for instance, you invested $10 and tomorrow you are seeing $100,000. I mean, $100,000. How did that happen just between yesterday and today? You see a mystery. So they are just two. We have the education aspect and the gaining aspect. So these are one of the main mysteries in cryptocurrency. I hope you've been able to enjoy today's topic, and I hope you've been able to learn one or two things from what I've said. So, while we're wrapping up, I would like to tell you for those that are actually watching me right now, and I'll be doing a little, just like I've said, I'll be doing a little giveaway for my followers. If you know that you've been able to learn one or two things, please leave in the comment section. I'll be posting this on the YouTube channel, on our TikTok channel, on our Twitter. But I'll be posting the snippets and the YouTube link so you can easily watch it. So leave in the comment section what you think about the mysteries in cryptocurrency. You can leave your own mystery. So I'll be picking one or two people and I'll be rewarding them. So I'll be asking for your address. So that's for that. Thank you very much for watching. So before we end this, I have just one more thing to complete. We are the last aspect of our podcast, which is the latest news on the airdrop aspect. I mean, the latest news on the Twitter airdrop aspect. Well, we have two. I think I already talked about exploit. I think I didn't mention that. The first one is the bound exploit. The base mainnet recently launched, so a token launched with it, which and it's a meme coin. It was called the base bound token. So the token was referred to as the bound token. When it started, I think it launched just within 5 days of its launch. It was actually able to accumulate up to I think $200 million in volume, around that. I'm not sure. So on the fifth day of its launch, the creator of this token exploited the token and removed all the liquidity from the token, leaving the token lifeless. So people were like, "What's happening? How did this happen?" A lot of users lose their funds, and sorry to those that lose their funds. I'm so sorry. And that's for that on the BAO token. Now moving over to the latest gist on airdrops. Um, Recently an airdrop was launched, which is called the Twitter Scan. The Twitter scan rewards you according to your Twitter influence. It shows you the Twitter influence. It connects your Twitter to their database and shows you the influence you've made on Twitter. So recently, an airdrop launched on this Twitter scan, which is called the Trade Sniper game. The Trade Sniper game decided to reward the Twitter users based on their influence. So all you just have to do is just claim the airdrop, and that's all. And I'm very sure it's one of the things that has been trending right now on the Twitter, and they are gonna be listing on an exchange today. So I just hope you've been able to participate in that. So thank you very much for watching. I remain your faithful host. I am Casten. You can catch us live on CC Podcast, on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and on Twitter and YouTube, just like the way I'm posting right now. So thank you very much, guys. And remember, none of this I'm saying here is financial advice. It's just based on education. Thank you very much for watching.